Welcome to Uniquely Vintage You. Friends, my name is Michelle and my sister Cheryl. We welcome you to the most magical time of the year. Our business is Uniquely Vintage You, and we are so excited that you're here with us today. Today, it's all about decorating our trees for Christmas. My sister's going to share with you how she decorated hers, and I'm going to share with you how I decorate mine. Now, our styles are pretty similar, but I do hope that that will give you some kind of inspiration. Maybe I can share with you an idea that you haven't thought of before that you can use on your tree. But before we get started, I want to tell you that today is also a collab with the King of Christmas. We are so excited to be partnering with them again this year. They sent us a new tree, which my sister has, and she's going to decorate it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm going to share with you my tree they sent me last year and show you how I decorated again this year. I love their trees. They are such great quality. So if you're looking for an amazing tree that you know will last, I hope you'll go over and check out King of Christmas. I will have our trees listed in the links below, so I hope you'll go check them out. But you know, who doesn't love coming home and getting in front of your tree, turning off the lights, and just watching the glow from the twinkle lights of your tree? It truly is the most magical time of the year. And so when I was out, I found these adorable pajamas, and they're from Walmart, and I'm just sharing them with you because Walmart sells out so fast. I think these are the softest, most coziest pajamas I have ever owned, and I love cozy. So if this is something you think you might be interested in, I will have them linked for you below. They truly are soft and amazing, and I'm excited to wear these for the holiday season. So if you're interested, like I said, these will be linked in the description below for you as well. So thank you for being here. Let's get started. Let me share with you our Christmas trees and how we decorate them for this year.
Thank you, King of Christmas, for sponsoring this video. You all need a professional. Look how amazing it looks after all of my hard work fluffing it out.
You did a great job. Look how beautiful this tree turned out.
I mean, some of these you can't really bend because they're like...
Let me get a little closer and we'll show you the tips. These are so realistic looking.
Yeah, these look really realistic because they got like the brown in them.
So let's start out sharing with you this gorgeous tree that King of Christmas sent my sister. It is this scarlet fir. Now she chose the unlit tree because she wanted to put color lights on her tree. And I think this is so reminiscent of the tree that we had when we were kids. So if you love traditional things like this tree is perfect. I love these colored lights and it's just beautiful. Now my sister is going to show you her tree topper. Now she doesn't show you exactly how she does everything, but I will show you step by step in just a few minutes how I decorated my tree. But as you can see, she's worked in some ribbon, and then she's added in some bigger ornaments that she's kind of pushed in the inside of her tree. I think one of the key important things when you're decorating a tree is dimension. So you always want to make sure that you have ornaments set on the inside as well as on the outside. And here she has added some ornaments, and let me show you the finished product.
Thank you, King of Christmas, for our beautiful tree. Thank you for sponsoring this video.
Friends, I think my sister's tree turned out just magical and beautiful. We collect a lot of these glass ornaments with our mother, and then we just have a lot of sentimental things on our tree. I love this tree. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And King of Christmas, we couldn't be more appreciative of you sending us this beautiful, beautiful tree. So now, friends, let me share with you the tree that King of Christmas sent me last year. And this is a King Noble Fir. And mine comes lit. It has these little lights, but I have added these cluster lights, and I'm going to tell you more about these in my next video. But they make your tree look like the viral trees. Now, I don't really like a lot of cords showing on my trees, and they do show the way I have them laid on here. But as you can see, I've also layered in some color lights on my tree because I love the nostalgic part of Christmas. This tree comes with these little white lights. They're absolutely beautiful. There's different settings that you can have on your tree. It's just beautiful. I love this tree, but I am going to pull out some of my bins and let's get to decorating. So the first thing that I always do is my tree topper. Now I have collected a lot of vintage things. I've got a lot of these Mercury picks, which I've had for many years. I've got these bells that I think I thrifted. I think they're so cool. So I'm going to incorporate all of this into the top of my tree. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Let's start with this star, and then I've just added a few picks to the top. And I'm just going to take a bread tie and I am just going to wire it around. Now I know you can see a lot of cords, and I do not like cords to show in my tree, but once you have all the mechanics on there, it really doesn't show, and I'm going to show you. I've just again taken a bread tie, I have added these picks to the top. Now I have just secured in my bells, and that looks good. But I need more, so I'm just going to add in a few more red stems. And when I do this, the key is to lay those as close to the stem of your tree, the base or the trunk of your tree, as you possibly can. Now I've collected this stuff over years, and so I have a collection. I think I try to add to it every year just so I'll make sure that I have enough. These came from Hobby Lobby. They're kind of looking rough, but as you can see, I've just taken some picks and I've just stuck them in the top of this tree. And as you can see, I just run them down into the cords to the trunk of the tree, and they actually stay. I really don't have to wire them in or anything like that. Now this tree is way sparse, and I would love to be able to use this tree and just put simple shiny bright ornaments all over it. I think that would be absolutely gorgeous. But I have a lot of ornaments that I want to use in my tree, and I love this tree, so I'm going to fill this tree full. But I can't wait to share with you how it turns out. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So the key really is layering your pieces, and I didn't want it to be super full at the top, so I'm kind of angling as it comes down. So I will have a lot of ornaments at the top of this tree and ribbon that will kind of fill it out in between. But you can see it has to look good on all sides that show, and so I need to fill in a little bit more on the back side. So just like my sister, I have a collection of these really big ornaments, and these are just the plastic ones. We got these at Walmart. You can wire them in, but actually all I ever do is just stick them in my tree, and they usually stay. But if you are worried about them falling out, you can always just wire them inside. But I always put these big ornaments in the base of my tree, because when you're looking in your tree, it will give it some dimension, and I love that there's layers upon layers in my tree. Now I also have these snowball looking ornaments, and I'm also going to just layer these in toward the back as well, because again, I like just being able to look through my tree and see different elements. So I found this kind of berry garland at Target, many years ago. I can't even tell you how old these are. Very old. They're starting to look kind of sad, and they need to be actually pulled apart, which I really didn't do, and I should have. But they hurt my hands so bad they got pieces of wire that stick out. So I wear gloves, but I am just going to wrap this in my tree, and I kind of want it to hang off of the tree a little bit. Again, this is just giving it some dimension, and I love that it adds another layer of texture. I also have these other icy stems. Again, I've had these forever. I use them year after year, but I just have a few of these, and I'm just going to bend them, and so they will cascade off of the tree. And I'm going to do some going one direction, and then I'm going to turn it and do some going the other direction. So now I have these berry stems, and these need to be touched up because I do not like the white to show on these. So I need to get some red fingernail polish and go over those spots. But I'm just going to layer some more of these inside of this tree. I kind of want to take what's at the top of my tree in the topper and bring it down in the tree. And this makes it feel a little more cohesive. Now I'm going to use my ribbon. And friends, I just save my ribbon and use it over and over. I got this amazing ribbon at Market several years ago. It's my favorite. It's so thick and lush. But all you do is I just make a loop, and then I don't even use wire. I just take a tree branch and kind of wrap it around, and that holds it in place perfectly. And then you can just take the ends. If it's double-sided, you can twist it to the side that you like. It kind of gives more dimension that way. It's just so pretty. So I'm going to do that. And another piece I'm going to take and just, I've got a really long piece. Some are short, some are long. And this one, I'm not really going to make a loop or a bow, but I'm just going to make loops. And then I'm just going to tie it in with that greenery and just keep moving it down the tree. I think it's pretty if you have some going one direction and then some going in another direction. I found these gorgeous snowflakes from Hobby Lobby. They're so pretty, and they're pretty reasonable, and I like to add these to my tree as well. Now again, I want to give it a little more dimension, so I am just making them so they're sticking out of the tree. So again, I just think it's important to add in all of your bigger pieces, your heavier elements first, and then you could fill in with all of your ornaments. So that's what I'm doing. We're just building layer upon layer on this tree. And I like to really pack it full. Here's some more ribbon options I have. I have this Merry Christmas ribbon and then this plaid. I think it's really pretty, but I think I'm going to use the Merry Christmas ribbon, and I'm just going to kind of put it in my tree to make it look like a banner. So that's all I'm going to do is just lay it in the tree in different sections so that it just adds some more interest. But I just think this Merry Christmas ribbon is so pretty. So friends, if you've ever wondered what's in my coffee table, which is an old trunk, it's this. All of my precious Christmas ornaments are in there. This is my prized possession right here. This Christmas bulb was my grandma's. Then it hung on our tree as a small child, and now I get to hang it on my tree. And it's, like I said, it's one of my favorite ornaments of all. This is another one that I got when I was with my mom, and we would go to Dillard's every year right after Christmas, and we would buy these expensive ornaments that were half price, and we would just be so excited about getting them, and that's just such a precious memory with her. But as you can see, I've collected a lot of old mercury beads. These are garlands, so I'm going to pick out a few I think I'm going to use on my tree. It's probably going to be the colored ones. And then I also have some old vintage tinsel. I think this is beautiful, and I think I'm going to add this on my tree as well. I don't always do that, but I think I'm going to do that this year. You can tell how it's silvered and turned. It's just so pretty. I love this old stuff. I wish they made things like this. I think I always say that, but I wish they would still make things like they used to. Friends, look who showed up to help me decorate my tree. He is doing such an amazing job. I just love this little boy so much. He brings us so much joy, but he wanted to help me, and so he is doing a fine job.
It's almost Christmas time. I'm so excited.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you been a good boy this year?
Yes.
Santa gonna bring you a bunch of goodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna help decorate the tree.
Yes, he is. Look what he did. He did a good job.
On most of it, I didn't really do all of it.
He's such a
And
good
I'm gonna
helper.
put some more ornaments on.
Okay.
Where do you want this one?
Just stick him in the tree. Best helper of all. So let me help Easton out and add some more of these beads on this tree. And again, I'm just going to loop them all the way around. Another thing that I have collected are these glass little, I don't know what these are exactly, but I have a box of them and I just love them, and I love just laying them on the tree branches. And another thing that I really love to do, and I used to collect them every year, I haven't done it in several years, is I love to buy Christmas corsages that people would wear on their coats. I remember seeing the ladies in our church wear these corsages when I was a young girl that were Christmassy. And so I collect those, and I will just take those and I will just lay them on the tree branch. As you can see, here's a card that had a beautiful corsage on it, and I have several others in here. And I like to just take these and again lay them on the tree branches. That just helps also to cover up some of those wires. So now that we really have all of the mechanics, so to speak, on the tree, now I get to start putting in some of all my favorite ornaments. I love old ornaments, and also every year I would buy my daughter an ornament for Christmas. This was her first one when she was a baby. And so every year she has an ornament, and they're so special. I would let her pick them out, and so I have a whole collection, and I'm just going to add these all over my tree. So the last few elements I'm going to add is some tinsel. Now I have this really old tinsel. It's very weighted and heavy, and so it hangs so beautiful. You can just tell it's heavy. I also have some metal icicle ornaments that I added. I added some candles to my tree, and then I also added in a few candy canes. That was just reminiscent of what we always did as kids. But I love this tree and how it turned out. I love seeing all these beautiful ornaments that we've collected over the years. Some of them are old, some of them are reproductions, but still, they're all tied to memories of going to pick them out with my daughter or going with my mother to get them. And so that just makes this tree feel so special to me. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope maybe I've given you a tip or two. But friends, thank you so much for being here and watching. We're so thankful for you. We just want to give a big shout again to the King of Christmas for these two wonderful trees that they have given us over the past couple of years. And if you're looking for a tree, again, these are such great quality trees. I know that you won't be disappointed. you so much for being here and for watching this video. We are so blessed by your friendship and your kindness. And friends, before we go, we just want to leave you with this beautiful Bible verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not into your own understandings. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Proverbs 3:5-6. Friends, it doesn't matter what you're going through in this life. I hope you know that God has a plan. He understands, and if you put your faith and trust in him, he will never fail you, but he will lead you down the right roads. Friends, thank you for watching. Again, we appreciate each and every one of you. And friends, we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, y'all.